Hamas leader says he doesn't know how many hostages remain alive in Gaza. The number is not so important.
This post received a score of 3,300, with an upvote ratio of 90%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
He's a dead man walking.
He's likely afraid of open sky.
He fucking should be.
Hamas reveals its anti-human sentiments from top to bottom. It is a group of criminals who refuse to accept responsibility.
No, you are wrong. They claimed and celebrated their responsibility when this thing started. Now they can't believe their luck with how many keyboard warriors are on their side, and they are struggling to manage the propaganda.
This is how you know their casualty numbers are bullshit. They can give exact numbers of civilian deaths every day, but keeping track of 240 people that they brought in is too hard.
To be clear, they're lying about the hostages too. They claim the Biba's mother and her 2 children were dead, then negotiated for their release yesterday before backtracking and not releasing them. They lied about Hannah Katzir being dead, before releasing her alive. They lie about everything.
This is part of psychological warfare. Knowing the hostages' families are desperate.
No, this is terrorism.
Terrorism is a type of psychological warfare, with loss of life obviously accompanying it. The strats go hand in hand.
In fact, it is arguably the most popular form of psychological warfare.
Not so important? The only reason you're still alive is because you said hostages were alive.
Hamas will dangle a vague notion some hostages are alive for years to have some leverage.
It's too late now. The ceasefire was broken by Hamas, and the IDF will not stop the war midway again unless Hamas is able to come up with at least the same amount of hostages that were released in the ceasefire.
They 100% would pause fighting for the Biba's kids and likely any group of hostages.
If they could prove they were actually alive, maybe. Doubt they will if Hamas just claims they are still alive, and are willing to release them.
The number of Gazans that have died and suffered in this conflict isn't important to him either. After all, he lives in luxury in Qatar like most of the Hamas leadership.
Let's not bicker and argue about who killed who.
You're too stuck on the minutiae of it.
Huh, so that's you spell that word. I don't think I've ever seen it in writing.
I had to Google it, lol.
The fact that Hamas did not release the young women abducted from the Nova Music Festival is truly horrific and not discussed nearly enough. They were willing to release the older women and children but not the young women. I wonder why.
Sexual abuse may well be part of it. They also might be holding Noa Argamani because her mother is dying of brain cancer and her capture video was so widely shared, making her a higher valued captive.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.